Tables are an effective way to present data in rows and columns. To insert a table on page 3, I'm going to go to the Insert tab, or I can choose the Table button on the Home tab. Basically, on the Home tab in the Objects group you have a Table button, but you also under the Insert tab have a Table button as well. Using either button, I can drag across and down however many rows I'd like to create. So I'd like to create 4 columns and 4 rows. So then I click, and I've made a 4x4 table. Like any other object, I can move it, and I can size it. I can then apply a style. Because I'm sitting in a table, I have a Table Tools Design tab, and this has a number of table formats. I can click the More button, and I can choose from a collection of styles and quickly format my table. And I'll choose this style here. I can then type my text and use the Tab key to go forward. I'm struggling to see a little bit, so I'm just going to press the key F9 to zoom in and type some more text. So tables are great, especially if you have to present figures in an organised fashion. And just a bit more text. Now I need to make my text larger, so I'm going to click on the outside of the table, and from the Home tab I'm going to change my font. Actually, I might just drag across these cells. And I'm going to change my font to Arial because it's easier to read. And I might increase the font just by using the grow or increase font size. Each time I click it, it grows the font size until I'm happy with the size, and I might stick with size 18. I then need to right align these figures, so I'll drag from this cell across and down to select this group of cells here. And from my Home tab, in my paragraph group, I'll align the text to the right. Technically, the Tab key moves you forward, and the Shift tab key combination moves you backwards. And tabbing past the last cell generates a new row and keeps my fonts. I won't type the totals in, but you get the idea. You can also not only add a row at the bottom simply by tabbing past the last cell, but you can also insert a row just by clicking in a cell, perhaps this one here in the top left corner, and going to the Table Tools Layout tab. Here I can insert a row above. I can also click again and insert a column to the left. I can also delete using the Delete button, and I can delete that column. I can click in the last cell and delete the row. So you can easily insert and delete rows and columns. You can also merge cells. I'm going to drag from the beginning to the last cell in the top row, and I want to merge these 4 independent cells into one big cell. So I'll go up to the Table Tools Layout tab in the ribbon and choose the button Merge Cells. And then I can put a title at the top and perhaps centre that. I might use these buttons to change the alignment. This will centre not only horizontally but also vertically. I might choose these cells, for example, and centre them to the left middle. And the same with these cells here. Oh, hang on, I'll do these ones separately because I want them to stay to the left but go to the centre vertically. And these ones I want to go to the right but go to the centre vertically. You can also add borders and add your own shading if you don't like exactly what the table styles offer you. For example, I might click in this top cell and I'll go to the Table Tools Design tab, and I might change the fill colour to something else. And I can do the same for perhaps these cells here. And I can also change the font colour. I'll select these cells, and this time I'll go to the Home tab and I'll change the font colour using the font colour button. You can also change the width of your borders, of your columns I should say. So if I want to increase the width of these cells, I'm looking for this mouse pointer here. This is for adjusting the width of a column. And I can drag to the right and I can drag to the left. I can also change the height of a row by dragging up with this mouse pointer and dragging down.